Okay, back with part two. This is what I call the inspired rock planting. The trees have been roughly shaped. I've played with them by putting them together on the rock. I've decided a basic idea how they're going to be laid out. Now I've looked at this and decided where I need to place the anchors. So as we move on here, a couple of different views. Now I'm starting to build the anchor. I just use aluminum wire. I take a piece about a foot long, maybe longer depending on how long I need the tag ends for tying the tree down with. Twist it up, bend over the circle end, and then I make a 90-degree angle. This works well for this rock because this rock has lots of pockets and holes. I'll then find the spot for the wire and kind of put my thumb down right here on this and pull these wires down around the rock so it kind of holds the anchor in place until I can get the hydraulic cement on it. I'll show you that process in a second. Alright, so there I am holding it down, bending the wires down. Here they're all bent on, ready to go. I'm ready to put my hydraulic cement. Okay, I use this brand, Drylock Fast Plug. You need something to mix it with, something to measure it with, and a little bit of water. I'm told warm water is a little bit better than cold water. Warm water will set faster. I just spoon some out, put it in the mixing container, put the lid back on tight. You don't want any, I live in a very humid environment, so you don't want any humidity getting to this, it'll ruin it. Then I add a little bit of water. What you want to end up with is like maybe cookie dough consistency, maybe a little bit wetter than cookie dough. Once you have it, you just place it, cover it up, be generous with it. It varies. This stuff is supposed to set in minutes, but I usually try to give it an hour or two at least before I really put a lot of pressure on tying these wires down. Alright, but you can see the stones placed. I've got 10 wires now that I can use to tie down these 2 junipers and these 3 azaleas that are going to end up on top of the stone. Alright, I use muck as a base for my rock plantings. It's Michigan peat, potter's clay, and long fibered sphagnum moss kind of chopped up. There's the consistency. You should be able to make a good muck ball out of it. It should stick together. First thing I do is put a layer on the stone, maybe a ½ inch thick, a base that I'm going to put the tree roots down on. I cover up all of the where all the wire ties are, so you can't see that in the finished product. Alright, so you can see there's a base down here of the muck. And I've put the trees on top. I've taken them out, spread their roots out from where they were closed up with the burlap. Tried to generally place the trees where I want them. I began to add muck on top of it. Once I get the main trees in place, I put the smaller azaleas in place. Muck those on as well. Then I begin to tie down, use the wires to secure the trees onto the stone. Alright, here it is after everything's secure, and I added moss. I would say at this point the tree still has, well, I still need to fine wire the junipers, so let's look at that. Some close-ups. Backside. See, I pruned the azaleas really tight. Alright, here's after the final pinching and wiring of the junipers. The little tiny guy coming off to the side there. A little surprise coming off the back. Alright, and there's the finished product. Have a great night, guys. Thanks.